All right. Good morning. Hope you guys having a good Tuesday so far. Market's getting ready to open up here in about 40 seconds. Markets will be opening up. Dave, good morning. Good morning. Taking a look at news, we don't really have let's see. Let's go over to financial juice real quick. We don't really have much happening. Got consumer confidence flash, but that's really it. We have a couple of Fed members speaking. Got Kashkari speaking at 12:40, Barkin 1:30. That's really it. We don't really have a whole lot going on. Brian, good morning. Nas opening up with a little bit of selling pressure. We're gonna trade these take profit accounts. My funded accounts were sitting nice and green yesterday, so we're gonna try to trade these take profit accounts a little bit today, and see if we can get them closer to passing. These are 50K take profit accounts. Profit goal is 3,000. We're sitting at 1,000 in profit from yesterday. So doing pretty well in these right now. But I do have my funded accounts pulled up. It's on the other screen over here. You can see I have these top one accounts pulled up. These are my other funded accounts that I will trade if there's something that I feel really good about. We'll take it on the fundeds as well. So, but I do want to put a big focus on getting these take profit accounts passed because I really want to go for those daily payouts. Those daily payouts are seriously just OP. Like I mean, you get to that threshold where you can take those daily payouts and I mean, just make a few $100s on 3 accounts in a day and you can withdraw that. I mean, bro, it makes sense to do it. So we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. This buyer stepped right back up and bought us straight back up to these highs. We have, let's see, hold on. We have Asia's high sitting up at 170. Something to watch there, as we could likely go sweep it. So we'll watch that Asia high level there. All right, so it's coming back down here a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to start building a position long. I do favor the longs. I wouldn't be opposed to like building out a position. Off this nice little pullback. We'll see if this thing continues to get weak though. She could continue to get weak. Coming down to the 18,100s. I'm going to build out 3 micros just for a real quick position here. Just 3 micros, not really risking too much. Only going to risk a couple $100 on this long here. More so just a retest of this general area. If we come down to 88s, we'll probably get out of this trade. Got a stop loss down at 91. We're not risking too much, only a couple $100. Real light position just to see if this retest here holds. Overall, been bullish. I like the retest here. We'll see if this holds and it tries to and it pushes us straight back up here. Are looking decent. I'm gonna try to hold this all the way up, chat, if it can go. I'm okay with keeping my stop where it's at. In fact, I'll actually go up a little higher now. I'll go just below the wick here, just because we did ride all the way up to 136. So I'll move my stop just to the low of this current 5-minute candle, and we're gonna try to ride this all the way up here. Oh, we almost got back to the highs here. Let's see if she can give us some extra push. I don't want to see it get weak up here. I don't like that weakness there. I thought maybe we'd come all, since we got back to the highs up here, we'd probably go run it. But we just got very, very weak. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this wick, chat. Look at this wick. What is that? Now it's going to run all the way back up again. Jesus Christ. You going to run Asia's high for me? Run Asia's high for me. And we'll move stop up to Asia high. No. Not going to do it. I probably should take profits, but I do really want to see this run Asia high. Running Asia high is me definitely being greedy. I mean, I'm up $260 on 3 micros. All right. Trailed up to Asia high. Oh, wait. Why did not go up there? There we go. Trailed to Asia high. Trailing a little tighter. All right. Tapped out there for 358 on 3 micros. What was my entry? Chat? I don't remember what my entry was. Hold on. Let's throw on this. Entry was 117.50. So we took about, that was a 60-point trade on 3 micros there. Not bad. Not bad. A nice $358 winner on 3 micros to start the day. If that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. If y'all haven't hit the like button, I don't know what y'all even doing, bro. But y'all need to do me a favor and smash the like button. Let's have another good 15-minute orb day today. Might. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. Every time I'm moving like sideways with my mouse, but my mouse is going like down. Something's like wrong with my... There we go. There we go. Oh wow, look at the Nas ripping now. Moving higher. Looking like we're coming up to these probably 240s. It's anywhere from the 240s to 260s. That looks pretty good. That long we took was basically a no drawdown long. Like I think we only took like 10 points of heat on that, maybe 15 points of heat, but it wasn't for very long. It was a good trade. I only see 2 likes. Yeah, I don't know what we do in chat. We got 21 people in here and only 2 likes. Come on now. What's it on me to go along there? Just the overall sentiment on just the day starting off. I mean, the Nas saw some pretty bullish movement during the pre-market, and the fact that we have Asia's high sitting up there. I like to view Asia highs, London highs, as magnets that the Nas is likely to navigate towards, especially if we're already moving in that direction. And so if I see something like that, then I try to find a pullback that makes sense for me to get long off of. In this case, it was a long off previous resistance here, to then take it higher up to Asia's high. So that's essentially what I was looking at. Man, look at Nas just ripping right now. Nas continuing the rip higher. What up, G-Man? Good morning. Good morning. Surprisingly, chat, the books look pretty thin, just like yesterday did. I mean, it could be just because it's just a non-news day, but the books are pretty thin on the Nas right now, which, if we learned anything from yesterday, the trend was down and the books were thin. So there may not be any volume to reverse this. So we could just trend higher all day. But I'm not really seeing any large orders on Bookmap right now. I mean, it looks really, really thin. Yeah. Real thin. Chow, we are trading the take profit accounts right now. We're gonna try to get these funded and go for those daily payouts. So far we're doing pretty well in the evaluations. So we started these yesterday. We're at 51,362 in profit. Profit target's 3,000, so we're about 1,700 short. I gotta trade these evals for 5 days. That's one thing I don't like that take profit does, is you gotta trade the evals for 5 days. Like, why? You already have a 50% consistency rule on your evals saying we can't make more than 50% of our profit target in a single day. So why have a 5-day rule? I don't get it. But it is what it is. So we'll trade these all this week and try to hit that 3K profit goal and get these things funded. I do have my funded some funded accounts pulled up on another monitor in case I do see something that I like. You can see here I have my top 1 funded accounts up here. So if we get something we like, we'll take them on the funded as well. But the big focus today is trying to get these take profit accounts passed. And I'll be sitting pretty with lots of funded accounts. Overall payouts on the month are sitting at 14,700. We took a payout live on stream yesterday from our top 1 accounts. We're going to try to get to one more payout by the end of the month to bring us to 20,000 in payouts for the month of April. Chat, hold that thought. I'll be right back. All right. And there goes my mouse doing that thing again, bro. I don't know what's going on with my mouse, but I needed to stop backing up. A little pullback here on the NAS. Maybe an area to get long off of again. One thing I don't want to see is us come back below Asia's high here. If we come back below Asia's high, that's not good. Not good. No bueno. That would be a sweep and reverse. And that's not good for longs. So we're going to try to find a long opportunity off this pullback. Freedom and Futures, what up? What's good? Now I'm still trying to pull back here. Gotta be careful. Like I said, we don't want to see this come down and sweep Asia's high again. That could be no bueno. Long from 17,994. Should I hold it for a target the 322, 340 area? So for a 300 point, over 300 point move active, am I saying that right? Oxano, what up? Active, I would say hold for whatever you feel comfortable with. I mean, it's hard to really give specific targets, but yeah. I tell large moves like this are manipulations by institutions just to go the opposite way. That's why I really look for areas like this. Either London highs or Asia highs or London lows and Asia lows. Because I found that a lot of times the Nasdaq likes to run those levels and reverse out of them, right? It's just like a what most people call a liquidity sweep, right? I like to look for things like that. And I mean, it doesn't have to reverse out of them all the time. A lot of times it will sweep them, pull back, maybe retest them, and continue the move. But the NAS is notorious for sweeping levels and reversing out of them, and so I really look for things like that, for the NAS to sweep and then reverse. So a lot of times, if we are getting a reversal, just as an example, like if we sweep Asia's high, run a little bit, and then sell all the way back down and come back below Asia's high, that'd be a sign of a reversal. So really, it's what I look for. And I do that on Asia levels and London levels as well. Which London low is all the way down to, what's that, 43? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, okay, yeah, to close the gap. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. We had a big sell day yesterday. So I just don't know if the market, if this is just a short-term pop for the market or if we're going to try to recover, but I don't know. It can be a little tricky. I'm very much in tune with like just taking, quick profits in this type of market. I mean, I'm cool with taking like 10, 15, 20 points. Just because the market is so indecisive in these current times that it's just like, you get into a trade and you get into a nice trade and it's a winning trade and then it just reverses out of you. It's pretty brutal market. It's a tough one. So I would just say, like, I mean, if that's your strategy, if you want to take that and wait for that gap fill, take it. Me personally, I wouldn't be opposed to trailing my stop tightly, and just allowing the market to give me what it gives me. Ever trade Asia or London? No, not really. I look at the levels and stuff, but I never really trade during that time. Kraken buying Ninja Trader. We'll see if this affects stuff. Been trading over 10 years with Ninja. I don't think. I mean, the only thing that might change is just I don't know how TradeOvate or Ninja Trader conducts business or um, software updates their platforms. Oxana up 40 points and on 132nd candle, your break even. Yeah, 100%. Like that, the NAS, especially the Nasdaq, because it's a very interesting time in the markets where things are very active in both directions. Yeah, I was thinking above 260 take profits. I mean, yeah, I think that'd be good. That's right above the highs here. Leave one runner for 340, 360. Yeah, makes sense. I would, yeah, at least you're locking in profits. I mean, that's what I would do. Lock in what I can, leave a runner if the market's giving you that opportunity. NQ showing no remorse lately, 100%. NQ does not care about anything or anybody. Nas really just kind of hovering up here. Makes you think it's maybe just waiting for the news to come out, but I don't know. We're just kind of hovering here. Nothing much to really do. To be honest, for these like take profit accounts, we really took a one and done trade. I mean, we made 358 off 3 micros on this long. So we really took a one and done there. But we'll see. I mean, I might try to look for another opportunity. The market will give me one. Also see if there's a good trade to take in the funded accounts as well. I like runners. I use Ninja Trader. It goes to orders. Always seems to work for micros. That's great. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. All right, here's Nas pushing new highs, pushing up higher. Waiting for the news number to come out. I want to see if that consumer confidence flash does anything in the markets here. It should come out here in about 10 seconds. I don't want to be trapped in it if it does. You gotta take profit accounts, but it seems like you trade better in your own live accounts. Yeah, I mean, 100%. Live accounts, you don't have as many rules or restrictions. Most people do trade better in their live. I would say trade better in their live accounts. Traders that have a strategy and know what they're looking for. But I would say, yeah, I would say those people trade better in their live personal accounts. Just because it's looser restrictions, you don't have to abide by any rules. You can start a small position, let it run, and just, I don't know, no consistency rule. You can make as much money as you want. It's just, yeah. Most people do better in their live accounts. Been doing the Ninja Live account over 10 years. Nice. Let's go. You could almost take profit with a lot like a live account with their funded rules. A 50K is basically a 2K account. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you could. I mean, they have no cap on how much you can make. It's kind of an infinite money glitch. Except for the unrealized trailing. Yeah, the unrealized trailing, it can be brutal, but there are ways to beat it. You just have to be patient with it and take your time. The way to beat that intraday trailing drawdown is just to take entries, look for 10 points, right? Now I trade it pretty aggressively because I am only looking for 10 points, but getting 10 points on the market is not a incredibly hard thing to do. So I do trade a little bit aggressive, but I set a take profit limit order right at 10 points. And once it hits that 10 points, it takes me out and I'm taking profits at the peak of my P&L and staying furthest away from my intraday trailing drawdown. So that's just the way to beat it and to get past it quickly. Unless you have all the time in the world and you want to trade small, then I mean, yeah, you can do that too. But well, we did go make new highs. We are still just kind of hovering. Not really doing a whole lot up here. The books are still pretty thin. I mean, I'm looking at single digit orders on the Nasdaq right now. So pretty thin. Which again, it was pretty thin yesterday. Um, and we trended down all day. So it makes you think if we just have a trend up that we just don't have the volume to reverse us. Which so we could just trend up all day today. 15-minute or break and retest. Yeah. Yeah. About to take a nap till PM. No kidding. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the NAS. Has just died. It really did. I mean, we're just kind of hovering up here, not really moving anywhere. Accumulating. I don't know what's accumulating because look at these books. Oh wait, hold on. I have to look at this. Look at the books. Why is this not dragging over? Here we go. I mean, the market's kind of just thin. I mean, we have a little bit of liquidity, I guess, but it's like even then, it's just not a whole lot. Really thin market. I mean, we're not even we don't have any orders breaking over 50 orders, 55 orders rather, on the NAS right now. It's kind of just really thin. Of 2000, did make a 1400 trade on gold last night. Nice, GG's. GG's. Working on passing an eval. Yeah, that's what I'm doing as well. Trying to get these take profit evals passed. That way we can get to those daily payouts because those are seriously legit. Legit. Too legit to quit. ST, good morning. For real, I'm finally up to these pro accounts. I'm super happy about it. Yes, that's what I am going to go for. That is what I want. That's what daddy wants. Is daily payouts. Daddy wants it real bad. We're still, I mean, now it's just kind of slow grinding higher here. We really don't. Let's see. I mean, we could look at the 310s as a possible resistance, but it's like, though we are slow grinding up, chat, this is kind of just the price action that I stay out of. I mean, I took one really good trade long where we had some decent volume, but the slow grind in one direction just it eats at you. You know what I mean? I really just don't like messing with it because like I know myself. I know myself in trading and how I trade, and it's like on these slow grinds up, it perceives itself to like it makes you think that it's going to reverse and come down because it's such a slow move up and it's like kind of choppy a little bit, bouncing up and down, and it's like you know, you don't really, you think it's going to reverse and it doesn't. And it's, the slow grind just continues to eat at you and eat at you and eat at you. And that's where I go wrong as a trader. Like I know myself, and that's where I go wrong. Right. And so I just learned to stay out of it. If you want it, you'll get it. Oh, we'll get it. No doubt. We will get it. Constantinos, appreciate the sub. Welcome. Here we go. We're still just slow grinding it up here. Still slow grinding up. I mean, I'd say large move. We'll give it that, right? I mean, we're up 2% on the day. So decent move here. Knowing yourself equals most important thing in trading. That is correct. That is correct. I learned to stay out of what I need to stay out of. I make mistakes too, though. Like I make mistakes. We're human, right? We all make mistakes. But I'm getting better at staying out of things I know I should stay out of, and environments that I don't trade well in. But I do have days where I am a total idiot and I know I should stay out of it and I don't. So it's, I mean, I'm human. Make human mistakes. I feel like now, like, I mean, we took such a good trade early on. I mean, I can just be extra picky now if I want to be. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I mean, I'm trying to stay out of the slow grind and look for a good trade to take because we put ourselves in a good spot early on. See what the market wants to do, but this is where like I would short, right? I mean, I would start shorting this because it looks weak and like it wants to come back down, and so I would start shorting this kind of stuff. But it's like knowing that the price is slow grinding, and it's like, do I really want to get caught? Now it's trying to get a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to take one more trade in these take profit accounts, but I'm just not feeling what we're doing up here. I mean, we are just slow, slow, slow. We're not consolidating. We're just slow moving. Looking like we could come down. It looks decent to pull back pretty deep here. Probably down into the 200s. The low 200s, we could probably pull back here. See if it gives us an entry here. I'm not opposed to taking a stab short. I'll take 3 micros short off that pop back up here. I think we could get down to the 200s. You're also short 272. Yeah, got a better entry than I do. I really want to see this run here. This is making me a little bit nervous in this short. I'd like to see this get run. We push down to, I don't know, like 220s. I don't like this buying up here. Needed to come back down, Nazi. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to try to give it a little more time, be a little patient with it. But if it starts showing signs of going back up to the highs, I'm probably going to get out of it. I'm going to try to be a little patient with it. Yeah. Not looking great. I'm going to put a stop up here just to be safe in case we get any sort of random pop here. About ready to kill this thing. Yeah, just gonna kill it. All right, so we took about $120 loss on that one. That brings us to, we're up 232 on the day so far. Really wanted to see more. We got into some decent profit here. I really wanted to see more. I guess that was just the greedy side of me. I got greedy. It's okay though. Not a huge loss. Going right back to the highs. Right back to the highs. Holy moly. Are we going to run the highs? Again. Well, chat, I think I'm going to take the profits for what we got so far. Probably come back this afternoon. Going to call it an early stream. I really don't want to mess around with this kind of slow, grindy PA. I want to see what happens later on this afternoon. So we'll probably just call it there. Make it an early stream. Come back later and see if we can take some profits. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Chat. If you want to support the community, you can see on your screen code JM at Take Profit, Tradeify, and Apex. All affiliate income goes back into the community for giveaways and things of that sort. So if you want to support the community, use code JM, fam. With that said, we're going to call it an early stream today. I'm going to go spend time with the son, spend time with my boy, while price is kind of slow grinding right now. And then come back later this afternoon. So I'm going to go do that, fam. I'll be in Discord. We have some things coming in Discord later today as well. So I will see you guys.